What's up, everybody in YouTube, Team TeamTakeover.tv, IronForgeIron.com, the internets, the
The
internet,
interwebs.
the
What's going on?
interwebs. Wayne Shada here with JMMA all day. Chuck, what's up, Chuck?
What's going on, guys? Just going to recap the Strikeforce card. In my opinion, an ominous sign to the end of Strikeforce.
It's
In my opinion,
the last of the dying breed, man. It's the last of the
it
dying
really
breed.
is.
And you know
Horrible attendance at the show. Even the fighters were talking about it. It's fucking sad, man. It's really sad because I would have killed to be at that fucking show. But I just don't understand it.
what's sad is that even with the majority or a good portion of their stars out of Strikeforce, they still put out
Have
great
better,
shows.
yeah.
Great
I
shows.
think better than the UFC.
Yeah.
I think it's consistently better than the UFC.
Yeah.
The only Strikeforce card that I remember not liking was the Henderson Fedor card because Conan and Fedor lost. You know what I mean? It was a great card on paper, but my favorites lost, so I'm biased and I hated that fucking card. But every other Strikeforce card, man, was top-notch shit, and it's really sad that it's going away.
Yeah, so just to start it off, we're going to do a prelim fight, and I wasn't expecting to do this, but I thought it was a great fight.
You gotta. It's former champ. You gotta.
Yoel Romero.
Yoel, some shit. Who cares?
Okay. Rafael Feijao, Cavalcante, second round KO. You know what's funny about this? The first round, and I think I want to add Romero to the list of fighters that I hate, along with Paul Harris. I want to add him with Machida, John Fitch, of guys. You know, Romero was doing a whole big dance throughout the first round. Of course, the first blow he throws is a kick to the dick. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah.
The first
he came out with that. It's pretty ridiculous.
Well, I've never seen anything like that. And then he comes out guns a-blazing, you know, throwing bombs.
He was going for it. He was definitely going for it.
Cavalcante just knocks him out like a tool. I mean, I'm so happy he did that, man. I'm so happy that Feijao did that. I mean,
it was go ahead.
It was such a boring fight in the beginning of it, and it just heated up all of a sudden and ended just so quickly. I mean, anything you want to add?
Well, I guess I just read on MiddleEasy.com that Cavalcante had a broken forearm from the first round of that fight, and I can't remember if he knocked him out with the right hand or the left hand, but either way, to be fighting that long with a broken arm and get the knockout is pretty badass. And what they're saying for Cavalcante King Mo rematch, I'm completely down for that. I'd like to see that, maybe for a number one contendership, or for the belt if Dan Henderson leaves off for Strikeforce. You know, do it for the belt. That's a great fight because they did it before. Why not again?
I have a stupid question to ask you. And I'm probably going to look like an idiot asking this, but I'm going to ask it nonetheless. Any relation to Jay-Z?
No relation.
They have the same last name,
Jay-Z
though.
Cavalcante.
Right. Yeah. I was trying to look that up online.
Jay-Z Cavalcante, Jay-Z Calvin. He goes by a few names, you know what I'm saying? And Rafael Feijao. Isn't that what he goes by?
Yeah. Feijao Cavalcante.
Yeah, he hardly goes by Cavalcante.
Yeah,
which is weird. I don't understand it, but yeah, not a stupid question.
Yeah, Pat Healy versus Maximo Blanco, first fight of the main card. How disappointing was this, man?
Man, what I'm saying is like, first round, me and my homie were sitting here just like, oh my god, he's doing everything I like. He's doing the fucking spinning back kicks. He was fucking Healy up, and I can't remember the CompuStrike numbers, but he outlanded Healy quite a fucking bit in that first round. And I think Healy fought at middleweight a couple times. He was a welterweight. He dropped down to lightweight from welterweight maybe 6 fights ago. And Maximo Blanco is one of those guys who fights in Japan and fights his natural weight because Japanese aren't pussies and they're not into extreme weight cutting. You know what I'm saying? And he comes to America 155. I think if he fought 145, he'd just annihilate people. But you got to give Healy the respect, I guess. He kind of wore him down. His gas tank was just gone, it seemed like, in the second round. He was getting just taken down, just grab his legs and just fucking drag him and pull him down. And caught him in a weird situation and got that rear naked choke. But if they don't have Maximo Blanco back, I'll be pretty pissed because it was an entertaining fight. Great way to start the night.
Yeah, and Blanco was doing these spinning back kicks, and he was just, I mean, it was so much fun watching him. I guess with all that showboating, I mean, if you want to call it showboating, with all that flashy moves, it gassed him out, and Healy took him down, I think, in the first round. Of course, we had the first round, they had the kicks to the face, you know.
Yeah, and Healy said I think Healy said on Twitter, don't quote me on this, he said something like the kicks kind of rocked him a little bit or some shit, like they had a little bit of effect on him in the moment. But I don't know, I guess there's no excuse for that because they told you the rules, but he's coming from Japan, you know what I'm saying? He just don't give a fuck. I guess that's what happens when you accuse him of taking steroids and shit before the fight, you know?
Pretty much what was interesting about is, I mean, whatever. Healy got hurt, but during that round, I thought Healy, when he took him down, I think he started to realize that he could kind of take advantage of him on the mat, and that was pretty much his game plan towards the second round. He took him down. I think he had the choke on him, rear naked in the beginning. Maximo got out of it, and then Maximo hasn't been submitted ever in his career,
No.
But he was just too gassed, and I guess the second time around, he got that rear naked choke and finished him off. I mean, I don't know. It's sad. Blanco's amazing fighter. It's a sad thing to see him lose. Is this his first fight in America, right?
Yeah. All of his fights have been in Saitama and Tokyo, I believe, and this is his first fight in America. And I think the only thing to sum up this fight is, welcome to America.
Yeah, man.
Get fucking laid and prayed and subbed out.
Yeah. I mean, nothing taken away from Healy. Healy did what he had to do, and it's not like Healy definitely, Healy definitely held his own and everything. So,
he's a much bigger guy too, and Maximo Blanco's wrestling isn't, anything weak or anything, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's move on to the next fight. We'll be talking about this fight forever.
Yeah, Roger Gracie versus King Mo Lawal. Blackaraba wins. A little controversy with a couple people saying that there was a headbutt. I saw Lawal I think the headbutt didn't really hit him hard. I think it was a graze. I think if anything, it made him back off at a weird angle and boom.
Hold on. Did that comment about the headbutt come from the Gracie camp?
I have I saw people on the Team Takeover website.
I bet it probably did. I'm just saying.
And some of the people in Team Takeover mentioned it in the forums. They were saying, "Oh, the headbutt did him in." No way did the headbutt do him.
Nah. That's because he was really close to him.
Yeah.
They didn't have a lot of distance, and he just ate that fucking right hook behind the ear, dude. It was done after that.
Yeah,
it was over. The second one put him away. Simple as that.
I can't wait to be in an arena when somebody from his camp goes King, and then I get to say Mo King. That sounds like a lot of fun. But I'm happy for King Mo.
He's a good entertainer, King Mo. He's a good entertainer.
Yeah, I hope.
And, I enjoy that.
And I just to jump ahead, I think what was it, UFC 134 that's coming out? I think if Rampage loses that fight. God forbid, which I think is going to happen. But if he does,
I hope he wins.
If he does lose that fight, I want to see King Mo fight Rampage. These guys were verbally going at it inside that truck or whatever, So I think it'd be a good fight. But King Mo's a friend of Team Takeover, and he's a friend to like a lot of people on Twitter. And he's awesome. He's an awesome dude. He's an awesome guy. So I mean, I'm happy for King Mo, and he gets to win. And
Hopefully gets that belt back soon, or a Cavalcante rematch and avenge one of his losses.
Okay. Not much to talk about. Ronaldo Jacare Souza versus Luke Rockhold. Has a lot to talk about. Big upset for Rockhold. How did you have it, by the way? As far as
honestly, I'm usually too baked to even be fucking with scores, and I always in my mind judge it as a whole fight and not rounds, which is, I know the scoring criteria, I know what it is, but I still don't do it. I'll just say that Rockhold did win in a sense that he attacked a lot more. And I always say you gotta beat the champ to win the belt, and they always say that. He didn't beat him, but he beat him, if that makes any sense.
He definitely did enough.
Jacare didn't utilize his skills. I fucking hate it. Like, you know what I mean? You know, fucking get him down, sub him out, and do the fucking alligator clap. You know, like, get the fuck, like, it should have been over. But you're letting him come and do these little kicks and shit. I just don't understand it, you know. But it was a good fight. Congrats to Luke Rockhold. He won it. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. He won it.
And you know, you were mentioning, I think the big thing in this fight is to mention the fact that Jacare didn't take it to the mat, really. I mean, considering he stood up with Rockhold and he played to Rockhold's game. Rockhold has a bigger reach.
He rocked him. He fucking rocked him in that one round. And almost put him down. He did the stanky leg for a second there. And I just want to say, whoever the fuck, I know one judge scored that fight 50-45 for Rockhold. And I don't know how the fuck you could even it was like 50-45, and then like the other two judges were like perfect. They were like 1 point ahead. You know what I mean? And so who the fuck did that? How could you score that 50-45? Like, Jacare didn't just fucking rock him and put him down. I just don't understand it.
And people,
gotta get their shit together and do something about this. It's a fucking joke.
And you know what, people? This is why I like having the side-by-side view. And I didn't work this out with Chuck. But I have the CompuStat fight metrics, and what's interesting about it is I had the same initial reaction. I rewatched the fight, and in my mind I said, okay, I had it 4-1. I had the first round for Jacare, and the second to fifth round for Luke Rockhold. But you know, your eyes may fool you, but the numbers don't lie. I want to throw something at you. I want to throw something at you. We're not talking about grappling now. In the first round, there were 11 significant punches or strikes, 15 altogether by Jacare. Rockhold had 15 significant strikes, 17 total. So by strikes alone, okay, you're going to have to give it to Rockhold. Now, Jacare had 3 out of 6. 6 attempts, 3 of them were when it came to takedowns. So give or take, if you're going specifically on strikes, you're going to go with Rockhold. Considering the takedowns, you give it to Jacare, maybe, considering that there was only 2 or 3 strikes different. So if you're going specifically on strikes, you're going to give it to Rockhold. That's where I think the first round. Now, the second round, Jacare had 9 significant strikes, 11 total, and Rockhold 21 strikes, 17 of them significant. Jacare 0 for 1 when it came to takedown. So you have to give that to Rockhold the second round, just by numbers. Third round, 9 strikes total, 7 significant for Jacare, 21 total for Rockhold. 20 of them were significant. So third, you give it to Rockhold. 1 for 2 when it came to takedown attempts. Fourth round, you have 15 total for Jacare, 13 of those significant. And Rockhold was a good 20-20. You know, so he landed everything that he threw was significant.
He was productive. That's the thing. He was productive through 5 rounds.
Jacare
throwing a lot of punches, landing a lot of punches.
Jacare is 0 for 2. So You can't give anything that's Jacare. And
It's true.
the fifth, 13 by Jacare, 9 was significant, 25 for 25 for Rockhold. Jacare got 1 out of 2 takedown attempts. In total, I mean, if you go specifically on strikes alone, you give it the 5-0 as far as the rounds, you know,
you
50-45. But
yeah.
that's, you know, judges don't take into account takedowns. And just to give you guys the round out totals, 63 strikes by Jacare, 49 was significant, 104 by Rockhold, 97 was significant, and 5 for 13 for Jacare. Rockhold won the fight. And anybody that said it was close, honestly, it really wasn't that close. On paper,
it wasn't close. Yeah.
You know, and I wanted Jacare to win, but you know, numbers don't lie.
Just didn't do what he needed to do.
Yeah, so numbers don't lie.
You know?
It's always good when you have a close fight to look at fight metric. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Fourth fight, I mean, there's nothing else really to discuss. I'd like to see him fight again, but Jacare's got to.
I mean, he's got to fucking do what he does.
Take him down. You know what I mean? Take him down.
Exactly. Like, why the fuck are you standing with this guy? I don't know. And it just, at the time, it didn't seem like really anything significant was rocking Jacare. He just landed a lot of punches. You know what I mean? Landed a lot of strikes. A lot of good combinations. Looked more productive through 5 rounds to me. And won the belt. And it was a good fight, but I'd like to see a rematch. Yeah. So I think Jacare would take him to the ground. Needs to take him to the ground somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, next fight.
Next fight, Daniel Cormier versus Antonio Bigfoot Silva.
I was wrong on this one.
So was I.
My pick was wrong.
So was I.
Yes.
So was I. Wow.
Yeah.
Who knew that Cormier would have came out that way, first off? I thought it would have been in the
I think
match.
speed kills. Even if he wasn't that fast, he was a hell of a lot faster than Bigfoot. And I didn't see that one coming, to be honest with you.
Neither did I. Cormier didn't even give Bigfoot a chance to even take him down, which is great, because that was what Fedor's fault was, that the fact that Bigfoot was able to get on top of him. And, you know, Cormier hit him with a shot early in the round, and I think that he didn't. Bigfoot never really recovered from that, you know?
No, he was definitely. He wasn't wobbly, I would say, but his equilibrium must have been fucked a bit because he got rocked and put down immediately. And then it wasn't until maybe a minute and a half or two so until he got finished, I think it was. But it was a great fight. Cormier's boxing looks really, really, like, not really good, but it looks pretty good out there. And I think, well, never mind. I'll hold that off for later. What do you think about the fight?
What I think is, I wish this was Fedor, man. I wish this was Fedor winning this fight.
Fedor versus Barnett.
Yeah, you know, I'm saying that I wish Fedor was the one that was taking out Silva like this, you know?
Yeah, knocking him out just like a joke.
This is what I expected Fedor to do during that first Grand Prix fight. And then Cormier.
I think Cormier came out with a little strategic game plan. Fedor just came out throwing fucking sambo punches.
Yeah, and
just throwing looping punches like wands, you know?
Yeah, and Cormier, he made it look easy, man. He made it look easy, and and Bigfoot's not like a joke. He's not a joke, man. But
no. He's got a big jaw, though.
He definitely has a big jaw, and that jaw was definitely cracked by the end of the night.
Just saying, it fucking matters, you know?
Yeah.
He's got an Antonio Inoki fucking jaw.
Exactly. Exactly. So Daniel Cormier wins. He's going to go on to the finals to face the winner of Barnett Kharitonov, and we know that Barnett wins this.
Yes, I gotta say, that was a great fight. I always, I always like Josh Barnett. I picked Sergey to win this just because I like Sergey. I love Josh Barnett. But I don't know, at the time I just think Sergey would have outboxed him, would have had better. I know the ground game isn't miles ahead of Sergey, and I know Sergey's boxing is better. He didn't get lucky. Barnett didn't get lucky when he landed in the mount. He's just fucking great in those situations. And man, I like how he stood with Sergey for the beginning of the fight, because he'll stand with you if that's your best trait. Like he fucking stood with Pedro Izzo and knocked him out cold to avenge that loss to him. And he stood with him until I think the distance was closed, and then I can't remember who went for a takedown, but it went that way, and he landed in the mount and just fucking perfectly, and it was over from there.
Yeah.
And then when Sergey rolled over into the arm triangle like that, I was like, no! It was like perfect. He turned right over into it, but it was a great fight, and I'm pretty pumped about Cormier Barnett.
Yeah,
the final. If it ever happens, just saying.
What's interesting about this fight is the fact that Barnett at first started starting to take it to Sergey, the stand-up. And Sergey,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm baffled by it now talking about. Sergey was tagging him with shots. Barnett's got a really good chin. He's got a really good chin.
Yes.
And, and he had no fear going into it. And once he got on top of Sergey, Sergey looked like he didn't know what to do, man. He didn't move his feet to even buck off Barnett.
No, his feet were planted the whole time.
Yeah,
it was weird.
Yeah, and I think I don't know what Sergey. I don't know if they. You would think that Barnett's going to try to take him down, and what I expect him to do is what he did, what ended up happening. But you would think that Sergey's camp, Golden Glory. I don't know if Martin was the one that was training him or something. I don't know who, but there was no attempt to get out of there. No attempt to.
No, he wasn't working any sweeps or anything. He wasn't like his feet were planted. He wasn't. He exploded maybe 2 or 3 times. It seemed like really to try and get out. But I don't know. I don't understand it. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say he didn't try. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It didn't seem. It seemed weird to me.
He looked like he panicked. Either he panicked or he forgot how to get out of that full mount. He turned around and gave up his back, which was a bad idea. I mean, it is what it is. You got to try to get out. But
a loss to Barnett's a respectable loss.
Definitely.
Definitely.
You know what's crazy?
And now you gotta rank Josh Barnett top 5 heavyweight.
Yeah.
Because I mean, for me, I had him top 5 anyways. For me now, I put him probably 4, and I know everybody's rankings are their own, but he's top heavyweight, and he'd give everybody in the UFC problems. I guarantee it.
Well,
and if UFC doesn't pick him up after Strikeforce is gone or whatever, because of the quarrels between Dana and him, even though I'm pretty sure they squashed it, it'll be fucked up because he needs to be in the UFC if Strikeforce goes under.
For what it's worth, this might be the better thing that could happen because you never know with the way that Zuffa does their dealings now with Golden Glory. I know the way things are going with Golden Glory, it seems like everybody's patching up the distance or whatever, all the bad blood. And most of it was actually on Zuffa's side. Golden Glory was like, well, if you want us to pay the athletes, we'll pay the athletes. It was Zuffa that was really. I don't even think Zuffa even asked. I think they just cut them and said, "Oh, this is the reason why." But nonetheless, I think Dana was speaking about Sergey or Golden Glory fighters and saying that basically, win or lose, Sergey was getting a cut. So for the future of the Grand Prix, this might be the best thing that could have possibly happened. I hope I see these guys, man. I hope I see these guys in the UFC. I mean, there's no use seeing them in Strikeforce. By the end of the year, Strikeforce is done. Let's be honest.
It's hard to see it going on because I think, and this is just a conspiracy theory. I think all this UFC pandemonium that's been going on during the week of Strikeforce and leading up to Strikeforce maybe detracted from the attendance or something. something went on to kind of maybe force some low attendance to warrant just shutting it down early or something before the Grand Prix finishes. Even who knows?
If they do it in the East Coast, they're gonna sell out. If they do this in New Jersey or Connecticut or Pennsylvania, they're gonna sell out.
Yeah.
You do this Middle America stuff with lesser,
Cincinnati and
yeah,
shit.
with
Ohio. It's like, come on, no.
I don't know.
Go Chicago, someplace big.
Yes, so that's what they get for that. But to be honest, do they even care? I don't think they even care.
No, don't think they do.
Not
at this point.
So I mean, pretty much that's it, man. That's the Strikeforce card. The next card that we're gonna be doing is UFC 134, and we're gonna be doing Dream 17. So I hope you guys look out for that. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna try to cut this out right now. Try to cut this vlog. Anything you want to promote before we head out?
Just ironforgesiron.com, teamtakeover.tv. Everybody who shows love, and all the shout outs on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter right here at JMMA. I'm just fucking whatever that is all day. And Wayne Shada. And thanks for watching and enjoying our vlog, hopefully.
You guys in Team Takeover have to start picking up your weight, man. I'm telling you right now, it's starting to get really pathetic, this website. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's really disappointing that a lot of people are not contributing enough. There's been nothing for the last 4 days. And forgive me to all those people that are, not interested in this. My vlog is pretty much done. But guys,
it needs to be said. A lot of people said they're gonna do big things, and a lot of people claim to be excited about all these projects and things that they could contribute to Team Takeover website. And then when the time came, motherfuckers didn't say shit.
Yeah, and I'm really disappointed. I'm disappointed in that, this is such a great thing, man. This Team Takeover movement is such a great thing that has so much potential, and that whether it's whoever, broken relationships or people doing their own thing or wanting to get away from the name, it's just not right, man. There's a lot of us that could really contribute to the site. I mean, the fact that my old vlog was done about 4 days ago, and the next post will probably be this vlog. It's I'm tired of seeing my own face, man. There's other people out there that can do this. So for all you guys, shame on you.
There's so many things you guys can do. So many things.
So if you have time to write in the forum, you have time to write an article. And I don't care if I'm the bad guy. I don't care if you guys, thumbs down on this vlog. The fact of the matter is, not the fact of the matter is, not everybody's pulling their weight, and it's getting really ridiculous, and it's sad. It's really sad because we fought for this website, and I'm a man of my words. I said, listen. The fact of the matter is, if you put me down as a vlogger, give me the opportunity, I'm going to run with it. And I have been running with it. I've been trying to do my best to promote the website and this vlog as much as I can. I'm begging other websites to put this stuff on, and it's not right, man. Yeah. It's not right to other websites, and the fact of the matter is, I will always be a Team Takeover member. I will always be friends with Bud Lane and Chuck and all these other guys. But the fact of the matter is, people have got to start pulling their weight. You have time to write an article and BS on the forum. You have time to write,
people forum a lot, man. There's a lot of text on that forum,
dude,
which can be easily reformatted and made sure all the information is correct. In case you're fucking noob.
Yeah.
And put on that Team Takeover site as an article. I mean, come on, it's easy. Make an article, make a highlight, make a vlog, whatever. Just do it. It's easy.
So I'm done with that. I don't want to lecture you guys. Shout out to Zombie Prophet. Shout out to Chuck and everybody. J-Ride. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there. The Black Fedor, the
James Harvey.
Cyclone.
Shout out to James Harvey.
Yeah,
That's my
Cyclone.
boy.
Surfer Ken. Everybody out there. Thank you for watching. Add me on Twitter. Comment, feedback, and peace out, guys. Less than 30 minutes
Peace.
here. Less than 30 minutes. Boom.